Welcome to the Casino Insiders, and I'm your host, Deacon Kane. Like always, I want to talk to you guys about our sponsor. You know it. Our sponsor, Liquid Nitro. Oh, God, yeah. If you haven't tried it, you should, because it is absolutely phenomenal. I'm loving this drink so much. I like the low carb one. That's kind of my favorite one, but I'm a low carb kind of guy, so therefore I really like it. Highly recommend it for folks that work out too. I know it sounds silly, an energy drink for folks that work out, but the recovery process in regards to all the science and research that they've put into this drink, it has some great properties. Go check it out. Liquid Nitro. Or you can go to my website and you can click on the Liquid Nitro energy drink and it will take you straight to the website. Alrighty, folks. And don't forget about our wonderful books as well as going to Deuces the Shop. You can just go to www.thecasinoinsiders.com and you will be able to go to Deuces the Shop. And don't forget, say hi to Tick. You're going to like him. He's kind of an interesting gentleman. A little bit of a joker, if you know what I'm saying. All right. So I want to jump into a few things here. And with jumping into a few things here, it's kind of interesting because I was watching or trying to watch the World Series of Poker. Okay? And this year is a little more difficult to watch. Number one, my work schedule. Number two, just trying to find it. I know Poker Go is trying to do a lot of good things with the World Series of Poker, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. I'm not sure why the affiliates aren't really picking it up. They've been doing a good job pretty much, the last few years. CBS was last year, Sportsline CBS or whatever the heck it was. They were working with Poker Go. Now this year, unfortunately, I did have a hard time finding it. Now maybe it was operator error, which... yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was operator error. You know that guy. He's a jamoke, so it was probably operator error. But anyway, so let's talk about some of the big stuff that happened there, okay? It was actually kind of cool. They had some monster hands. And with that being said, I mean, the winner of the main event was... So the winner of the 2024 World Series of Poker main event was Jonathan Tamayo. He won the 2024 World Series of Poker. He won $10 million. But apparently there was some controversy. And I'll be honest, I missed it. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. I kind of read through it earlier, and I'm going to read through it right now so you guys can see what happened. This is a mild controversy, if even a controversy at all. However, it was a situation that prompted a bit of discussion on social media. It was day 8, the day night of the playdown to the final table of the main event, and it was the bubble of the final table. Yes, folks, the final table. 10 players at a single table were going to be there until one more player busted. The hand in question started with Joe Sirach opening from early position pre-flop a6 offsuit. Tamayo was in middle position next to the act and quickly folded pocket queens. He folded pocket queens, so there's your controversy. The fold and speed with which he did it was primarily suspect because Diogo Coelho, which I'm probably butchering names, sorry, was yet to act, sitting in the small blind with a very short stack. So basically he went out of turn, it sounds like. Dara O'Kearney provided an in-depth analysis on his hand complete with ICM charts, essentially a combination of uncertainty surrounded Sirach's opening range, and the size of the payout increases could justify Tamayo's fold of the pocket queens in that spot. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'd have the balls enough to sit there and fold pocket queens. Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that's just something I wouldn't do. Now, would that be controversy or is that smart? I don't know. You got to figure you're going for the final table, 8 players. So therefore, the final table is boom, done. That's it. And with that being said, he won $10 million. And he is the bracelet winner and the champion of the 2024 main event at the World Series of Poker. So did it pay off? Absolutely. But if you think about it, as we know, and this is gambling, what are the odds? Well, I have no idea, but I bet it's like 1 in a billion. It's got to be something like that. It's got to be a ridiculous amount. Apparently, a lot of people were in an uproar in the poker community. It was one of those things that people weren't too happy about, and especially with him going out of turn. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happened. Now, with that being said, would you ever do that? I mean, seriously, would you fold pocket queens? That's going to be my question of the day. Would you ever fold pocket queens? I know I'm being redundant on it because I'm trying to fathom, other than he just wanted to make sure that he had a way to get to the next round, or he didn't have faith in his pocket queens. We'll never know. We weren't inside his head. I'm really, really interested in knowing what his reasoning was in regards to that. What about you guys? What do you guys think about that? I was just curious. That's what my question of the day is going to be, or the month, or the millennium, or just because. That's just going to be the question. So, would you fold pocket queens? My answer is, I wouldn't have the balls enough to. I'd stay in, period, case closed, unless I saw aces come up or kings or something ridiculously crazy come up that I knew I had no way of reaching. All right. So now there's this crazy story. I actually first saw it on TikTok, and to the person that posted it, I apologize because I have sausage fingers. As I went to share it to myself so I wouldn't forget it, I lost it. And so I had to look it up, and I found the report. So I unfortunately cannot give the person who posted it credit. So again, I'm a horrible individual, and I'm probably going to go to hell. So I am sorry about that. So please don't hate me too much, guys. As you know, I like to try and do my best to give credit where credit is due, okay? So as you can see, I'm kind of stalling here, and the reason why I'm stalling is my computer's taking forever and a day to pull this story up that I just read that I'm trying to pull up again. I don't know. Go figure, right? So here we go, folks. This one, sometimes you got to wonder about people. I really do. Anyway, this one comes from Las Vegas Review Journal. So I'll give them credit. Thank you, Las Vegas Review Journal. And the article was done by Tony Garcia. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you. And here we go. Police say a guest at the strip casino used a fraudulent check to receive $865,000 in chips, which he then lost on table games. Dharma Nadendla, I'm going to butcher that name, Dharma Nadendla, 41 of North Carolina, faces felony charges of theft of $100,000 or more or greater, Burglary of a business forgery according to Metropolitan Police Department arrest report. Police say Nadella, a guest of the Aria, presented a credit union check for $380,000 at a cashier's cage Tuesday to receive $500,000 marker. He then asked his host for an additional $365,000. After losing both markers, he returned to his room and called his host to get another marker and report. And the report said, during this time, a cashier cage employee noticed the top number of the check didn't match the bottom number. Calls to the North Carolina bank in question confirmed that the check was fraudulent. The report said that the bank informed the casino the original value of the check was, you ready for this, folks? Here it comes. $174.80. Yes, folks, he forged a check. Yeah, to receive over $865,000. $174.80 check. The casino called the police and also told Nadella that his marker would be ready when he returned to the floor. Police detained him as he headed toward the elevator. Nadella, who posted bond, is scheduled for a status check hearing August 28th in Las Vegas Justice Court. Okay. All right. So, there's so much here that I'm really interested in discussing. Number one, the employee that originally took that check, that person's fired. I'm just letting you know this right now. Because casinos, they don't do well with losing money, number one. Number two, losing money the way they did. Fraud. And even though the guy had a great forgery, it sounded like, they got caught. Or the person got caught, so therefore that person didn't catch it originally, and they're on the hook for $865,000, even though it went back in to their casino. That's still money owed by that person. Okay? So that person that originally did those markers, boom, they're gone. That host, number two, is probably going to be fired. Okay? And the reason being, the host is probably the one that filled out the information. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay? So, with that being said, that's two people that have lost their jobs because of this asshole. Yes, this guy's an asshole. I don't care what anybody else says. Okay? Now, with this being said, those markers have to be approved by higher ups, by assistant managers, whatever they have that they use their style of titles. Those people that were there to oversee that more than likely are going to be fired too. So let's say from this asshole again, 4 people now are going to be fired. Okay, maybe even 5. Okay, do we all understand this? Are we all getting this? You know, it's the checks and balances, taking responsibility. Because you do get trained in regards to all the fraud. Do we all got that? Now, on the other hand, the casino is insured. They have E&O insurance, okay? Errors and omissions. So that could or could not be covered under the E&O. I don't know, because I don't know how that part works. That's kind of, above my pay grade. So just so you know that. Okay. So here we go with kind of going into a few more things here. When this guy started losing and he lost the first $500,000, this host was more than glad to get him a second marker. Now, I understand it's Vegas and, billions of dollars in markers are done. Why wasn't that brought to somebody's attention? I'm just curious. Why wasn't a thought of this brought to somebody's attention that maybe it's time for this guy to maybe take a break or go up to his room, go get something to eat, just to change his thinking or his thought process, if that makes sense. At least in my opinion, that's what I would think. Maybe it's time, hey, it's time to kind of move on, man. You just lost, what was the first amount? I think they said 500,000. Yeah, the first amount was a 500,000. You just lost 500,000. That's $500,000, folks. $500,000 doll hairs you just lost. Do you all understand that? I mean, you lost a house. If you're in the Bay Area or New York or Chicago, well, that's like an eighth of a house, But you still lost a house. And in some places, like in probably rural Iowa, Texas, that's like 12 houses. So come on, people, be smart here. Think smarter, not harder. And then to get the additional $365,000 and to see that this guy is getting spanked. We all know that the casino's best interest is the casino and not the guest. That's definitely, there's no doubt there. But now the casino got screwed out of $865,000. Well, $864,825. Okay, give or take a penny or two there. But that's kind of amazing that you wouldn't have your own checks and balances into this. So 5 or 6 people are going to get fired because of this asshole. Yes, 5 or 6. Go back to that. And what if somebody's getting a $500,000 marker off a $380,000 check? Yeah, great, cool, fantastic. But why the heck wouldn't you check the funds on that $380,000 check or go from there to see, hey, well, this $380,000 check, we got to check it. No pun intended. Checks and balances, right? So does this mean that the casino's not admitting their F up? You tell me. Does the casino deserve this? Now, my next question to myself, obviously, because I'm the only one talking, is this. Will this guy show up for his court date? Which is August 28th in Las Vegas Justice Court, folks. Not just the Las Vegas court, it's the Justice Court, okay? So, if he lives in North Carolina, I guarantee he won't give 2 Fs. Because if he didn't care about forging a $174.80 check to making it a $380,000 check to get another $865,000, and I know he's not going to show up. I wonder what the odds would be on that. There's somebody at the Aria that freaking has a line on him, goes, okay, folks, will he show up or won't he? Or what's his excuse? Or does he even have to? And he just has to have his lawyer show up. I don't know law because I am not a lawyer. And I didn't play one on TV or stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So I'm not sure. It's kind of interesting. Wonder what your thoughts would be on that one as well. Anyhow, anyway, it's kind of so many things to talk about there that you kind of go off on these tangents and squirrel moments, and you're sitting there, and I don't know what to say. I got to be honest. Who's stupider or smarter? Is the casino stupid for allowing this to happen, or is this guy just genius for allowing this to happen? You guys tell me. I don't know. I really don't know. I think that the casino may have to eat this one. I really do. Anyway, hold on a minute. So, we've had a nice discussion here in regards to casino markers, folks. And the casino markers are extremely interesting. I know we've talked about them in the past, and I know that a lot of casinos only have a specific limit, like 100,000, 50,000, 200,000, something like that. And it amazes me that the casino limit was 500,000, 800,000, a million, I guess, in Vegas. Didn't realize they went up that high. So I know we've talked about it in the past. Maybe we'll have to look about it a little bit more in the future and go from there. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate you. And as you know from the Casino Insiders here, we always want to have a good time. We always try and bring you new content. I know we're not always out every week due to scheduling difficulties and that darn thing that gets in the way. Yeah, what is it called? It's, yes, work. But we are getting sponsors. We got another one. Again, that's Liquid Nitro Energy Drink. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys try it. Shoot me an email, see what I can do about getting you some. It is phenomenal. I've tried it. I like it. Like I said, I like the low carb one. It's unbelievable. And no end-ums. No end-ums. Anyway, sorry. Brings me back to, remember, dude, where's my card? Where's my card? Where's my car? That's what it reminds me of. Anyway. Yeah, I know. I'm delirious tonight. So, everybody, I'd like to say thank you again. You guys have a great night, great morning, whatever it is for you, wherever you're at, whenever you're listening. And remember this. Deuces!